Let me start by saying that this is not a hate video. I'm not here to argue that Blender is better than 3ds Max or vice versa. Both are amazing tools that have contributed massively to the world of 3D design and especially architectural visualization. The debate on whether 3ds Max is dead and if Blender is the future has been going on for a while now. When you talk to 3D artists about their software, you realize that this topic, it's almost a religion for them. Now, there are a few reasons why I think that Blender might eventually replace 3ds Max in the ArchViz industry. The first and most important reason is the cost. We all know that Blender is free, with no barriers to adoption. You go on their website, you download it, and you're ready to create. 3ds Max, even if you want to test it, you have to register. If you're ready to buy it, it has a high subscription fee. And even its cheaper indie license, it's hard to find unless you already know that it exists. Like literally, you can go on the Autodesk website and the indie license is nowhere to be found. In today's world where transparency matters, to me, that's such a red flag. Accessibility to a tool is so important, especially in ArchViz, where new talent is always entering the field. And Blender is great at this. Blender is open source and its development is driven by the needs of the community. If users ask for a feature more sooner than later, it gets developed, whilst 3ds Max updates often depend on whether a tool will generate profit for Autodesk shareholders, or if the updates sort of clash with other existing products from the company. This is because Blender monetizes through the marketplace, sponsorships from companies that have an interest in the development, like Nvidia or AMD. They provide trainings and consultations, and this allows them to make money and continue development and not depend directly on the subscriptions that they can sell. And so this business model is more adapted to the needs of today's creative community. The next reason is that Blender benefits from the rise of AI tools like Magnific AI, which is a standard in post-production now. And this is already making Cycles a strong competitor to V-Ray and Corona. And soon, these AI tools will also be available for animations as well. This will automatically improve lighting, textures, and all the little nitty-gritty details needed for realism. And I think that this will be a game changer for anything like walkthroughs and other dynamic visuals. Now, as more artists adopt Blender for ArchViz, more tools and plugins will be developed to cater to this workflow. And the talent pool will expand, making it easier for companies to hire skilled professionals. I think that this shift could lead to an ecosystem where Blender becomes the logical, accessible and powerful choice for the future of architectural visualization. Hopefully the peeps at Autodesk will see this video and perhaps rethink some of their priorities for the development of 3ds Max. Because you see, at the end of the day, people love the tool and they are willing to pay money for it. But at the same time, I wouldn't be surprised if the tool will eventually be stopped in its development and removed from the market. You know, Autodesk has done this already a few times in the past with tools like Mudbox, XSI, Softimage, Alias. You probably are too young to remember any of these, but that's beside the point. Modo, which was a great modeling tool produced by the Foundry, was also stopped recently. So you see, what I'm saying is not that far-fetched. Anyway, no need to panic. It took me 2 weeks to switch to Blender from Cinema 4D, and I was able to do everything I needed in order to create commercial work with it. So really, if the time comes, it will not be an issue for you to make the switch.
Tak, Mara, are you busy?
What's up?
Do you think Blender is going to kill 3ds Max?
I think 3ds Max is just gonna die by itself.
What is it keeping you guys from switching completely to a Blender workflow in ArchViz?
Well, we're already using Blender for other things, but for ArchViz, I think it's just like a habit. Like there's more people who have that workflow and it's easier to scale a team where they all know the same tools. But actually, maybe we should have like a little team that does ArchViz in Blender and just like have it spread. That would be cool.
But I am interested to hear your opinion. Do you think Blender will kill 3ds Max, or do you think that 3ds Max will stay the industry standard for ArchViz for a long time still? Leave a comment, let me know. I'm always open for a healthy discussion. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you guys next time.